and it's time for some more scary stories to tell in the dark. And this is my friend, Mr. Bones. He can't wave because he has no hands. He can't talk because he has no vocal cords. He can't enjoy some good stew because he has no esophagus going down to his stomach. He's just a head, but he's my friend. Okay, so with the permission from Scholastic, we're going to be reading from Book 3. Book 3 is a good one. We read from it last week. Book 3 of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And this one's called The Dream. The Dream. I hope it's not a scary one. The Dream. Oh boy. Let's see what's going on with this one. All right, The Dream. Lucy Morgan was an artist. She had spent a week painting in a small country town and decided that the next day she would move on. She would go to a village called Kingston. But that night, Lucy Morgan had a strange dream. She dreamed that she was walking up a dark, carved staircase and entered a bedroom. It was an ordinary room, except for two things. The carpet was made of large squares that looked like trapdoors. Stay out of there. And each of the windows was fashioned shut with big nails that stuck up out of the wood. In her dream, Lucy Morgan went to sleep in that bedroom. During the night, a woman with a pale face and black eyes and long black hair came into the room. She leaned over and whispered, "This is an evil place. Flee while you can." I hope Lucy listens and takes off and she's not like the guys from Harold last week. Remember them? That didn't turn out too good for them. It didn't. Well, at least for the one guy. I don't know what happened to the other one. When the woman touched her arm to hurry her along, Lucy Morgan awakened from her dream with a shriek. She lay awake the rest of the night, trembling. In the morning, she told her landlady that she had decided not to go to Kingston after all. "I can't tell you why," she said, "but I just can't bring myself to go there." Sounds like Lucy's pretty smart. "Then why don't you go to Dorset?" the landlady said. "It's a pretty town, and it isn't too far." So Lucy Morgan went to Dorset. Someone told her she could find a room in a house at the top of a hill. It was a pleasant-looking house, and the landlady there, a plump, motherly woman, was as nice as could be. "Let's look at the room," she said. I think you'll like it." All right. Let's see what happens. They walked up a dark, carved staircase, like the one in Lucy's dream. Uh-oh. Sounds like you should have gone to Kingston, Lucy. Uh-oh. In these old houses, the staircases are all the same, Lucy thought. But when the landlady opened the door to the bedroom, it was the room in her dream, with the same carpet that looked like trapdoors, and the same windows fastened with big nails. Uh-oh. This is just a coincidence, Lucy told herself. "How do you like it?" the landlady asked. "I'm not sure," she said. "Well, I would hope not, Lucy. Come on. It seems pretty obvious what's going on here." "Well, take your time," the landlady said. "I'll bring up some tea while you think about it." Lucy sat on the bed staring at the trapdoors and the big nails. Soon there was a knock at the door. It's the landlady with tea, she thought. But it wasn't the landlady. No, it wasn't. It was the woman with the pale face and the black eyes and the long black hair. Lucy Morgan grabbed her things and fled. Good for you, Lucy. I mean, we can't blame you. You know, something like that happened to this guy. That's why he's just a head. That's why he's got no vocal cords or hands or esophagus to enjoy stew. You want to hear one more? Since this is our last week, you want to hear one more? Okay, let me see what we got. See if I can find a little one. A little small one here. Oh, look at this one. The red spot. The red spot. Look at it. Okay, we'll read that one. It's short. It's only like that long, that many words. We'll read that one. Oh, my finger's falling off. All right, we'll read that one. Then we'll go. Okay. The red spot. While Ruth slept, a spider crawled across her face. It stopped for several minutes on her left cheek, then went on its way. Who's gonna let a spider sit on their face for several minutes? You're just asking for trouble. You brush it away. You can let the spider sit on your face for several minutes and not expect something to happen? Let's continue. What is that spot on my cheek? She asked her mother the next morning. I don't know. I'm not sure, Ruth. Maybe the spider that you let sit on your face for several minutes. That doesn't sound like Ruth is as smart as Lucy is. Sounds like she should have been hanging out with the guys from Herald. You know what I mean? It looks like a spider bite, her mother said. It will go away, just don't scratch it. Don't ever scratch it, kids. You get some kind of, like, medicine, some ointment to put on it. Make it go away. You don't scratch it, it just makes it worse. Remember that. It's medical advice from Noodly Ned. Soon, the small red spot grew into a small red boil. Look at it now, Ruth said. It's getting bigger. It's sore. That happens sometimes, her mother said. It's coming to a head. In a few days, the boil was even larger. Look at it now, Ruth said. It hurts, and it's ugly. It looks like that. Look at that. See that? There it is. That's what it looks like. Should have scratched it. I don't know if she did or not. She probably did. We'll have the doctor look at it, her mother said. Maybe it's infected. But the doctor could not see Ruth until the next day. Guess they didn't have like the one of those 24-hour medical things that, like urgent care. I guess they don't have those in these stories. No urgent care. Could have gone there, gotten taken care of. That night, Ruth took a hot bath. As she soaked herself, the boil burst. Out poured a swarm of tiny spiders from the eggs that the mother laid in her cheek. That's gross. That one's gross. That was pretty gross, wasn't it? Oh, like spider crawling across your face. I'm a spider crawling across your face. Kids, don't ever let a spider sit on your face for several minutes. You're just asking for trouble. Don't do it. All right, well, I enjoyed these few weeks with you, reading from scary stories to tell in the dark. I hope to see you again real soon sometime. Anyways, happy Halloween, and don't hang around with scarecrows named Harold. Don't let spiders sit on your face for several minutes. And if you have a dream with a lady telling you to not go somewhere, don't go there. And don't go to the place that you think you should go to because you didn't go to the other place, because it ends up being the place that you shouldn't have gone to. And don't eat toes out of the ground. It's just gross. Oh, sorry, he's falling down. Anyways, I gotta get going. I'm gonna go eat some stew. Okay, bye-bye. See you later.